A country that has toppled so many governments in Africa, that has led so many coups in Africa and other parts of the world. A country that has killed so many of our leaders in Africa and other parts of the world. Those who killed Muammar Gaddafi today are coming to teach us about democracy.
The Nigerian Bar Association come under serious of criticism over the last 24 hours because of corruption scandal that was, exposed by their treasurer. Welcome to Politics on the Wheel with Jay. And before I give you this video of how the corruption that has befallen the NBA, let me briefly give you a video of the former presidential candidate of one of these great African countries who speak to power when the vice president of the United States of America visited Africa sometime in April. And according to him, he talks so much about democracy and those that are calling themselves champions of democracy. If you remember in some of my videos in the past, I talked about the definition of democracy. And if we, Africa, are actually practicing the true democracy as Abraham Lincoln, defined democracy to be. And then, according to him, he said, a nation that killed some of our leaders, toppled government officials because they don't, seems to bend to their rules. It's the same thing that is happening in Niger and most of the Francophone country recently in Africa, as we see in Mali, in Burkina Faso, in Gabon, and also in Niger, where they are kicking out their colonial masters. You can see that the ambassador of France to Niger has been kicked out of Niger and he refused to leave. Now they have given him 3 days, and as well as the military or the army of France to leave the Republic of Niger within the next 73 hours. Now, what is the meaning of this? Can any African country military be in France, in US, in UK, or any part of Europe? It's not possible. But they came here and do this because they call themselves the colonial masters. And you have your reserved in their country. It is too bad, to have all this kind of thing happening in African soil. So here is a video of the man calling those people that have no rights to talk about democracy, calling themselves Democrats.
A country that has toppled so many governments in Africa, that has led so many coups in Africa and other parts of the world. A country that has killed so many of our leaders in Africa and other parts of the world. The killers of Patrice Lumumba, those who toppled Kwame Nkrumah, those who killed Nasser, those who killed Muammar Gaddafi, today are coming to teach us about democracy. A country that has been built on a brutal force, on enslavement of other human beings, on the humiliation of Africans, the exploitation of Africans, the plunder of Africa, today is coming to teach us about democracy. If you have no respect for the dignity of others, if you have no respect for the sovereignty of other countries, you cannot claim to be a champion of democracy.
So away from that now, the NBA conference has been marred with a lot of reaction and criticism over the last few days. Remember that the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency, even though the process at which he attained the highest position in the country was not excellent, but due to the fact that we refer to the president as His Excellency or the executive office, graced the opening of the ceremony with a lot of mouth-watering promises to the judiciary, to the lawyers, and to the bar association. And in respect to that, he made some brutal claim that many people, he didn't sit well with many people as to the fact that he was not supposed to be looking at the allowances of the judiciary because of what is happening in Nigeria as of today. But here is it. who graced the opening of the ceremony, had a lot of speech that came under serious scrutiny. And again, it happened that the treasury or the treasurer of the association gave her speech in terms of trying to defend or present a report of what never exists. And here is the video of what the treasurer said after making some quotation to the Bar Association rule of engagement and all of that, which is causing a lot of reaction on social media, as people are calling on the Bar Association as a place that is filled with a lot of corruption.
Statements and the treasurer's reports as obtainable in the bundle was put together, was arrived at without my singular involvement, without consultations with the office. And I'm not going to disrespect you and stand here and give a report that did not originate from me. I'm sorry. I respect you too much to do that. Section 9, subsection 5G provides that the treasurer shall cause to be prepared or shall prepare all the financial statements to be presented. Financial statements were put together and brought to me. I have refused to sign them. I will not sign them. I was not involved in the preparation. I was not involved. I was not informed. The 10% remuneration remittances to branches were given without my knowledge, without my involvement in any way. And I have complained severally on the 15th day of August 2023 at the National Executive Committee meeting in the presence of every national officer seated here. The president brought down a sledgehammer on me and said he does not require to consult or get the consent of my office to be able to run the financial affairs of this association. He said that in an expo meeting. I therefore think that if that is the path he has decided to take respectfully, then I am not the fit and proper person to stand before you and sign any financial document or stand here and give you a financial report. The NBA treasurer is not a member of the TCCB. The NBA treasurer is not a member of the finance committee. The NBA treasurer is not a member of the stabilization fund committee or any committee that has to do with the finances of the organization. How do I do my job? Financial memos are not routed through my office. They are routed through the office of the secretary, and the president approves. I have severally mentioned this. The president, the GS in his wisdom, I want to believe, decided to put an apostrophe and make sure that memos are routed to the secretary stroke the treasurer, as if the office of the treasurer is a subset of the office of the GS or the president. I was elected by you all, and I promised under oath to do my best and to give you the best.
When we talk about all eyes on the judiciary, you can see that the same people who comprises the judicial system, the same people who are going to deliver the judgment at the appeal court, are the same people that are in this bar association. So when you look at what transpired, in fact, many people call on the fact that how can they call Portable, to perform in a party? Portable is known with a lot of issues surrounding his career, and anyway, he's a guy that have a lot of fun, but the way and manner in which he went, climbing the pole, it was a very funny incident, and I did a little video about that recently, so you can check that out. But this tell so much about the NBA as an association. Now, what do you think about this whole drama and what is going on in Nigeria right now? Hit the notification button and let's have this conversation at the comment section.